Today I'm talking about Tackle for Lost, a fast, punishing action game with a rough, messy story that got its hooks in me and also wore me out. I played the early demo a while back and liked it. Now that I finished the full release, I can say it hits hard, asks a lot and sometimes pushes too far. You play Joe Bradshaw, a former football star whose life imploded after one terrible night. A car crash, the loss of his daughter, and a hint that Joe may be to blame. 5 years later, he's drowning in guilt, pain and pills, and he starts digging for the truth. I won't spoil details, but the deeper you go, the more you learn that what happened was worse and stranger than it first seemed. The tone is dark. Scenes in Joe's house act as a hub between missions, and the keys you collected after each chapter unlock memories that fill in what really happened. Moment to moment, this is a top-down one-hit kill brawler shooter in a style of Hotline Miami. You clear rooms fast, improvise a road and try not to get tagged even once. The important twist, Joe has only 4 attacks per attempt. That sounds impossible until you learn about the combo window. After you hit an enemy, a bar with left time appears. If you reach and drop another enemy before the timer ends, it chains as a part of the same attack. Keep chaining and you can wipe a whole floor on one attack. Miss the window and the game counts it as a new attack. Burn all 4 and you restart. This simple rules forces you to think about lines, not single targets. You plan where to start, how to cross the room, where to end, and how to keep the chain alive across doors and corners. On keyboard and mouse the speed feels good, but you do need quick hand. The combo timer can be extended with upgrades, which helps a lot in late maps where rooms sprawl and you need a few more split seconds to reach the next mark. About those upgrades, after each stage you spend the currency you earned to improve Joe. The currency is made in form of a coin with XP signed on them. You can lengthen the combo window, unlock a ghost bait, learn a kick that sends a ball to enemies, or pick utility perks that make runs less brittle. Late in the story you will also need pills, they matter to the plot, but they also have a gameplay angle that eases some sections. There is a light cosmetic layer too. Clear stages and smash marked vases to scoop extra cash, then buy outfits if you want a new look when you replay your favorite levels. Difficulty climbs in steps. Early missions teach the rules and give you time to chain across 2 or 3 rooms. Mid-game the screen fills with foes who shoot from angles or rush you with melee. Some late maps demand frame-tight movement. If you don't move the right way in the first second, you can die before you even get a feel for the space. It's doable with practice and quick restarts keep the pace brisk, but there are rooms that feels like do it or way or fail, where you are one enemy from the exit and you miss time a single click, the reset sting is real. Enemy design is mixed. Most foes teach clear lessons. Gunmen punish straight lines, soldiers force you to route around cons, sword carriers are the outliers. Their deflect can bounce you and still burn one of your 4 attacks even though you didn't land a hit. In tight layouts, a couple of those deflects can junk around you were solving well. It would feel fairer if a clean deflect didn't cost an attack. As is, you can get trapped in an ugly loop of restarts. Level flow is built as a short mission chains. You clear a handful of maps, meet a boss character who advances the plot, and wake up in Joe's basement to unlock the next memory. It works and most stages are brisk enough to beat in a few minutes once you find a line. Late in the game though, I saw more repeated rooms, layouts that return with small enemy tweaks. It's not a deal breaker, but it does flatten the rush when you realize you are solving the same space again. Story beats lands unevenly. I appreciate the core arc, grief, guilt, and how trauma and drugs wrap memory, and I like it that each chapter ends with a clue that points to the next lead. But the script also throws in some left-field elements and a few non-human enemy types that feel at odds with the grounded parts of Joe's journey. The chaos may be the point, yet at times it reads more confusing than deep. Still, the final third brings enough answer to make the ride feel worth it. Presentation is a win. The pixel art is clean and readable, with good contrast that helps you spot threats at speed. Camera framing keeps focus tight and the heat effects sell impact without turning the screen into noise. Performance was solid for me, restarts are instant, which is vital for the direct reach loop, like this. Small gripe, a few levels hide the exit visually, and the helpful arrow indicator isn't always present. It's rare, but when it happens, you can waste a few seconds searching. So who is this for? If you enjoy high-speed, high-risk top-down action where planning a perfect route is a half the fun and execution is the other half, Tackle for Loss delivers. It's short enough to finish in an evening or two, and it also works in quick sessions when you just want to bang on a level until the chain final clicks. If you need a gentle curve, be ready for spikes and some trial and error frustration. The game expects you to fail, learn, and come back sharper. My take: this is a sharp, focused action game with a heavy heart and some rough edges. The 4 attacks chain system is a great idea that forces smart pathing. The upgrades give you just enough freedom to dress the same rules in different styles. The story swings big, sometimes too big, but it sticks the main arc. And while a handful of design calls, instant death openings, attack draining deflects, repeated rooms hold it back, the core loop is strong and the clear room flow is very satisfying. If you were into Hotline Miami or you want a tense, thoughtful take on fast top-down combat, give it a shot. If you play it, tell me how you routed your favorite stage. I'm curious what lines you found that I didn't. See ya!